Alright, so hey there Cajon drummers, if you're checking out this video, there's a chance that you'd like to add an extra sound to your cajon with a brush. So the way I do it, I'll share in this video, is I have it just in my right hand like this, held kind of like a pencil with the index finger along the top here, and the movement is like this, and then down onto the front plate of the cajon like that. So the sound that I want to achieve when I'm doing this with just the brush in the right hand, the left hand is empty by the way, the sound that I'd like to have is a nice light, kind of delicate sound with the right hand, contrasted with a really strong and confident bass and snare accent played with just the left hand. Now at first, getting that strong, confident sound with just the left hand does take quite a bit of time, so please don't be discouraged if at first it sounds a little bit weak or a little bit off balance. It'll come with time. It just takes hours and hours of using your hands in a slightly different way than what you're used to on the cajon. Also, the coordination of having some hits together at the same time, as well as a lot of hits with just the right hand, will also take a little bit of getting used to, and for that reason we're just going to cover the absolute basics in this video. I've got 3 of what I would call the most essential grooves, so the 3 absolute basic grooves that I would recommend if you're starting out getting the brush going on the cajon. So let's get to our first, most basic groove now, so try it with me nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Alright, so we've taken our first step now, which is great, and in that last groove, the subdivision that we were playing on the right hand is straight 8th notes, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... But next, we're going to go on to 16th notes, and so that's going to be a little different to count, right? The subdivision will be a little bit different. We'll have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and... Alright, so that's 2 out of 3 done, and finally we're going to change the subdivision one more time. The left hand is still the same, but on the right hand we're playing triplets this time. So we're going to count that as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... If you're ready, let's do that last one together now, nice and slow. Let's do it. Alright, so isn't it amazing that out of those 3 grooves, we've kept our left hand doing the exact same thing the whole time, just bass, snare, bass, snare. But the only thing that's changed is the subdivision in the right hand. And simply by doing that, we have 3 very distinct feeling grooves. Now you can use these grooves for many different styles, but personally I love to use them most in ballads. So of course, once you're comfortable with these different grooves in their basic form, you could start to, customize them a little bit, change the bass and snare accents to something else that you like. Once you're really, really solid on those different subdivision grids, you can start to get a little more adventurous with the left hand, but again, that can come as you get more and more comfortable with it. With that said, why don't we do a little bit of extended practice together now? I'm going to bring the tempo up to, I think, maybe 60 beats per minute, and then we're going to do 2-minute practice sessions on each of them. So if that sounds like fun, why don't you get ready by the cajon, get everything set up, and we'll do a little bit of practice together. So, on to our eighth notes variation, 2 minutes on the clock, 60 beats per minute. Let's do it. Alright, so next we'll just go on to the triplet version because it's just a little bit easier on the right hand. So 2 minutes on the clock once again, 60 beats per minute, let's do it. Alright, so finally, let's do our 16th note variation. Are you ready? Alright, let's go. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Maybe if you haven't thought too much about, hey, would I like to get a cajon brush? Would I like to expand the different sounds that I can play on the cajon? If you're still in that phase of thinking, do I want to get into this or not? Hopefully this video was enough to show you that actually if you start things out really with the basics, you can do so much with just a different sound, right? And suddenly the different feel that you can create on the cajon for different styles of music, the world just opens a little further. And so, well, I just want that for you cajon drummers out there to really explore sound, explore feels and grooves, and hopefully this video gets you one step further along in that journey. So thank you very much everybody for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.